Alright, welcome to this new video. In this video, we're going to talk about passing prop firm challenges and getting funded. First, we'll go over the basics, then I'll give you 3 different frameworks which you can use to pass prop firm challenges. And after that, I will go over a situation what you can do when you are starting from scratch. So no funding, nothing yet. Without further ado, let's dive in. Before we dive into the 3 frameworks, we need to talk about 3 important things. The first thing is that you need to consider your financial situation. You shouldn't be the person that doesn't have anything on their savings and just using their lost money to buy challenges, hoping for it to work out, because that's a recipe for disaster. So ask yourself the question, are you currently in a position to buy challenges? And a rule of thumb here, if you cannot buy 5 challenges of your choice, so 5K, 10K, 50K, 100K, whatever you are striving for, if you cannot buy 5, don't start any of those. The second one is skill set. Do you have actual data of your system? So are you trading with a proven system backed by real data that you've traded for a long period of time already? If you do not have that, a challenge will not help you getting results. It will just expose to you that the system you are using, you're not good enough with it, and you will most likely fail your challenges. So before you start a challenge, you have a proven system and a trade plan in place that you can consistently execute. And again, rule of thumb, you should have consistently executed in the past. And the third thing is experience. It's something in general, but you should match your expectations with your experience. So if you're a beginner trader, you will get beginner results. If you're an experienced trader, you will get experienced results. So a trader that has traded for 5 years has more chance of passing a challenge than someone that has 5 months of experience. So it's okay if you're a beginner and you're already going to do some prop firm challenges, but don't expect the world in your first few tries. Be okay with losing a few, blowing a few, and get used to the feeling of doing prop firm challenges. So match your expectations with your experience. So now let's go to the 3 frameworks you can use to pass challenges. All right, now let's dive into the juicy details on how to best pass a prop firm. You can go with 3 different profiles. 1 is the more slow one. 2 is the not so slow, but very safe and good. So I would definitely recommend 2. 3 is just scaling, like really aggressive. Let's go over them one by one. First one, slow and steady. I gave the rules and the rule book for every single profile here on the sheet, so you can make a screenshot, and I will make sure the frameworks are in the school group, in the mentorship. So with the slow and steady one, you should look at, is this your profile? So do you have a bankroll for lots of challenges? If you don't, go with number 1. If you are eager with blow accounts fast, also. And if you're not too experienced with challenges, 1 is just the best one for you right now. So that means you risk 0.5% per trade until you're up 2%. That means in a 100K example, between 90 when you blow it and plus 2%, you're risking 1.5. When you're up 2%, then you can increase your risk from 0.5 to 1% because you have a little cushion per trade until you're back at break even or you pass the challenge. So after 102K, you can risk 1%. When you're risking 1%, when you lose 2 trades in a row, you're back at break even. You're back at 100K, then you're going back to 0.5% from 2% to continue with the 1%. Important, aim for 1 to 2, 1 to 3. Don't go for your 1 to 6, 1 to 10s, and also no small scalps. So I would recommend less than 5 pips or maybe 10 pips stop loss is not good. Why is that? Is you will take better trades. So you will get out of a losing streak faster doing this. Also, take no more than 2 trades per day. This prevents overtrading when you are winning and revenge trading when you're losing. And if you lose 4 trades in a week, just stop for the week. And this is avoiding you blowing the account. This is slow and steady profile. Most of you are intraday traders who already have some experience with challenges. And I would recommend going for 2, grinding. And grinding is grind the challenges, fail some, win some, get them maybe a payout, or you don't. But this is where the magic happens. Recommend risking 1% per trade until you're up 4%. When up 4%, double your risk, just like you did on the slow and steady, double your risk from 1% to 2%. But if you reach minus 2%, you go back to 1.5% until you're back at break even. Then you can continue with 1% again. So in the example, 100K, between 90 and 98K, when you're on drawdown, you risk 0.5%. Between 98 and 104K, so minus 2 and plus 4%, you risk the 1%. And if you are above 4%, then you can go with the 2%. And why is this? If you have that cushion of 4% and you need, for example, 10% for your phase 1, if you risk 2%, with the 1 to 3. That's 6%. So when you're up 4%, you only need one trade, 2%, 1 to 3, to pass your challenge, to pass your phase 1. Again, here, no less than 5 pips stop loss. I would even say don't go under 10. Max 2 trades per day, max 4 losing trades for the week. Check for yourself if you are in this profile. You have the bankroll for at least 5 challenges. You have control over your trading. You have a data-backed trade plan, so you know what you can execute consistently. You are past that stage that you're just blowing accounts left, right, and center. You have some control over your trading, and you should be experienced with challenges already. And now let's go over to the most juicy one. That is scaling. That's the most aggressive form. Before I go into the framework, make sure you only do this when this is your profile. You have a bankroll for at least 10 challenges. The reason for that is that you're going to blow a lot of challenges here. It's a volume game. You need to have at least one funded account already, and preferably also already payouts. Why? It's because scaling has to do with you already are consistent, you are profitable, you're already getting some payouts regularly, and you're just reinvesting your payouts into new challenges using Profile 3 scaling. So it's not your money anymore, it's the house's money. It's the money from the prop firms that you are reinvesting with Profile 3. You need to have experience with challenges and expect a low passing rate. Why? If you're risking a lot of percentage per trade, then you're just simply going to lose more challenges. But that's okay because you're playing a volume game. If you buy 5 challenges, you know, okay, I can pass at least 1 or 2 of those 5 and get a payout on 1. Then you have a really solid game plan to scale your prop firm imperium. So make sure you're not going to 3 until you are profitable, have at least 1 funded account, and I must say also a payout. The rules, you can do between 2 and 4% per trade. That means 1 trade is 1 phase. 4% on a 1 to 2, 1.25, you already have a phase. There's no changes when you win or lose, it just pass or blow. The rule for the no less than 5 pips stop loss is still intact, so no scalps. And here there's an addition, A setups only, because you're risking like 4% per trade. This should be a really good trade. Again, a max trade per day 2. I would recommend 1, but at max 2. And again, max 4 losing trades for the week. So to recap the different profiles, Profile 3 is for the most experienced, profitable, and already funded trader. Profile 1 is for the more beginner trader or the trader who has so much trouble passing a challenge. Just use Profile 1 for your first challenge. Yes, it's going to take the longest, but don't forget you are building your own data. Not only from your trade plan, but also from how you execute, how you feel emotionally. You can build your journal. So start with the 1. And I call it slow and steady. Maybe it's not the most cool name. Cool and steady. Slow. Nobody likes slow. Cool and steady. And if you already have done some challenges and you are between, like, sometimes you pass a phase or you pass 2 phases, so you're funded but no payout yet, you're kind of in between, stick to Profile 2. And then when you have that payout and you're ready to scale, go for 3. And then the question that still needs to be answered is, if you would have started from scratch, what is the best strategy to use? And I think there are so many different strategies you can use, and I will lay out the one I think is best for both beginner trader, but also the trader that's already kind of experienced with challenges. So step 1 is building your bankroll, and that means your bank account, not your trading bankroll, but your real life bankroll. Go work a day job until you can buy at least 5 challenges of the one you want. So for example, if you want 5 100K challenges, on average those cost you $500. So that means you need to have saved at least $2,500 that you can deploy towards challenges. If you don't have at least money for 5 challenges, you cannot start. So that means if you want to have 100K challenges and you don't have 2,500, maybe go for 50K challenges or 25K challenges. Really important here, there's no shortcut for this. Funded trading is not your get rich quick or escape the rat race fast kind of stuff. No, it's a confirmation of you already trading really well and you get rewarded for that. There's no shortcut for this, and it's just pretty simple. Stop being lazy and go, I don't care, go wash dishes in a restaurant or clean rooms in a hotel or go do any random sales job. I don't care, just get some cash. If you're too lazy to get extra cash for your funding bankroll, you should definitely just stop watching this video because this is just not for you. If you have a day job and your expenses are like really close to what you're earning, so you don't have much residue at the end of every month, then you start with small challenges, or you go move somewhere else where you have less expenses. You can live somewhere else. You need to take this seriously. Remember, it's your freedom you're working for. Please just do it. Okay, step 2. you have the bankroll. So for example, you have $500 ready to deploy into the market, into the prop firm industry. Then I would recommend buy the lowest possible challenge for your bankroll. And this example for 500, I would say 10K challenges. No, it's not excited. It's not your 1 or 2 million funding, but it's your starting point of your Imperium. This is screenshots from Prop Firm Match. A 10K challenge on average costs around $60. So when you buy 5, you have $300 from your $500 deployed. Of those 5 challenges, aim for passing 1 or 2. Aim for at least a payout on one of those. Risk 1%, 1 to 3. So in an ideal scenario, you have one payout from 3%. 3% from 10K is $300. Profit split 80%. You get $240 in your payout. That means you have a payout from $240. You have deployed $300. You're almost already at break even. What do you do then? No, you're not going to go on holiday, or you're not going to go to a restaurant or celebrate it. Bullshit. Take this seriously. It's a business. You reinvest every single penny into new challenges. With $240, you can buy 4 new $60 challenges from 10K. So you have 4 new challenges you can potentially pass. And maybe you pass again one of those challenges. And then your payout is not $240, but 2 times $240. It's $480. And with $480, you can buy 8 new $60 challenges. If you can buy 8 new challenges, perhaps then it's time to look for maybe 25K challenges or 50K challenges. And that is just a game of a rinse and repeat. So dependent on your starting bankroll and the profile you're going to use. So profile 1 if you're a beginner, profile 2 if you're already kind of experienced with challenges, and profile 3 scaling if you're already funded. If you're funded and you get these payouts, if you have that 2 payouts, for example, from 480, and you can buy 8 new challenges, go use profile 3 on those 8 challenges. Shoot 3-4% per trade and pass really aggressively. Scale that. And then after a few weeks, maybe some months, you have 5, 6, 7, maybe 10K funded challenges. You are 100K funded just from a $500 bankroll. So you can play with this number, but these 2 steps should always be the same. Thank you for watching this video. In this 2-part series about getting funded, we first went over the fundamentals of prop firms, why you should use a prop firm, use it for the leverage, which prop firm should you choose. We looked at Prop Firm Match, and in the second part, we went over how you can pass the challenge, what kind of framework you can use. You have now 3 profiles you can look at to use in your journey to get funded. And if you would start from scratch, you have now 2 simple outline steps, step by step, how you can scale your own prop firm Imperium. If you like this kind of videos, please like and subscribe, share with all your trading friends, and I'll see you in the next one.